Okay, is it visible now? Screen is not visible. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay, this is unit number 2 and lecture number. What is the lecture number 8? I think 9. It's 9. Okay, so we are going to talk about strengths. Okay, so this is the topic that we need to study in this chapter number 2. This is the last topic in the gate level modeling. Okay, so the brief discussion that I have given in the previous class. Anyway, we are going to look at very in-depth detailed discussion about this one. So as we know that if you consider any line, for example, you take any digital system, you take a digital system, you can see so many lines. It may be input line, output line, or intermediate line. Okay, so these lines are used to connect the signals to a particular logic, right? So for example, A is a signal. So this A is a signal is connected to this line, first line. Okay, similarly, some Y line is assigned by a wire, a signal Y. Something like this, we are going to use different lines in our design, right? Okay, so every line we are going to talk, we are going to call it as a net. Okay, so therefore, what I can say that every line in Verilog point of view is called a net. Okay, is called a net. So therefore, it is a digital circuit is a collection of nets. Okay, so it consisting of so many nets. So through that net only, we are going to connect it to the one device to and one element to another element. Okay. Now, if you want to assign some values to this net, okay, so we have to use some data types. Okay, so therefore, every net is valued by its data type. Okay, or I can say that uh, the net has got some kind of value. Okay, so every net has some value. Okay, some value. So what are the different values that we have seen? So the line A, that means the net A can take a value of 0 or value of 1 or value of X or value of high impedance state. Okay, so therefore every line can be called as a net. Net has some values, right? These values are nothing but 0, 1, X or maybe Z. So therefore Verilog is a 4-value logic. That's the reason why people will call it as. Okay. Anyway, so these lines has got some kind of strength. Okay, so why? Because each and every line offers some kind of impedance. Okay, some impedance is associated with each and every line or any net. Okay, so therefore that impedance can be called as that the strength of the impedance can be treated as, or the weight of the weight of the weight of the impedance can be treated as a strength. Okay, so therefore I can simply say that the value has got some strength in it. So why this strength is came into existence? Because the each net is offer some kind of impedance. Okay, that impedance intensity or the weight can be treated as the strength of a net or the strength of the value. I can simply say that it's instead of saying that the strength of the net, it is called as strength of the value strength. Okay, so that's what we can call it as this one. Okay, now what is the importance of understanding this strength? Okay, what is the importance of using this strength? So it is used to So explicitly it is used to resolve the contentions, the signal contentions. So we will talk about this one, signal contentions. Okay, not only that one, it is also used to reduce the hardware. So these are the two purpose we are going to use the strength of the value. Okay, so we are going to consider the strength of value when and where it is required. The main purpose is to reduce the hardware, as well as it can resolve the problem of signal contention. Okay, I will tell you that one. Okay, so therefore this is why we are using the signal strengths. Okay, so first of all, what are the different strengths that are available in Verilog? Okay, let us consider the signal strengths, type of signal strengths, types of signal strengths. Or before going to the type of signal strengths, available signal strengths I will write. Okay, the available signal strengths, available signal strengths. So the available signal strengths are, the first one is the supply. Supply is the one strength. Okay, it may be supply 0, supply 1. Okay, like this. So strong, we have a strong. Strong is another supply. So sorry, so strong is another strength for a value. Okay, next, pull. Pull is also one strength. Okay, next, large, L-A-R-G, large is another strength. Next one is weak, is another strength. So another one is medium. Medium is another strength. Of course, these are all the keywords, right? We need to write a small letters only, lowercase letters only. Okay, so medium. S is also a small. Please identify that. This is also a small letter. Supply. Okay, this is a strong. Yes. Next, last one is last but one is small. Small is also one strength. Next one is high impedance. High impedance. So these are the strengths that are available in Verilog HDL to give the weight for a value. Okay, maybe a logic 0 value or logic 1 value, something like that. Okay, most preferably we are using the logic values for logic 0 and strengths for logic 0 and logic 1. Okay, not for X and Z. Okay, so in that case what we do, let us give that means we have to give some kind of priority. What kind of strength is most important, what kind of strength is least bothered about this one. That means we have to give the priority among the strengths. Okay, what do you mean by strengths? That means for example, if two persons are fighting each other, who will win that race? So who has got the highest strength, then he will win the race. So therefore, like that, we have different strengths are available. We are going to give some priority or the highest priority, which one has got. Let us discuss now. Okay. So usually the toppest priority or strongest priority or highest priority belongs to strength. High priority will give it to supply. Okay, if any value is weighted with the supply, okay, if any value is weighted with supply or strength, have the supply strength, then it has got highest strength value. Okay, so like this, if we consider, the lowest strength is applicable to high impedance. Okay, therefore strength value is decreasing in this fashion. Okay, so the supply has highest strength, strong has less than that of the supply, pull has less than that of strong, large has less than that of the pull, something like this. Clear? Okay. So now, so these let us consider what are these type of strengths. So the strengths will be defined in three types. Strengths are defined in, or they are the three type of strengths that are available. Among all these things, we have to segregate or we have to differentiate it by their type. Okay. So therefore, we have different type of we have different type of different types of strengths. So we have three type of strengths are there. One is called drive type. The second one is called capacitive type. The third one is called high impedance state, high impedance. Okay. So what do you mean by a drive type strength? Okay. What do you mean by a drive type? Okay. If any logic value, for example, if you consider, if you take any logic value that is only transformation from one end to another end through a net, okay, that net will be having drive type strength. Okay, if any value wants to transfer from one end of the net to another end of the net, then that net must be a drive type net. Okay, when it is a drive type net, it has to take the strength of the drive type only. Okay, is it clear? If a net is transferred from one end to another end through a net, that net must be defined as a drive type net. So if it is a drive type net, we have to assign a drive type strength. Okay. So therefore, for the definition point of view, I'm going to write here. Okay. So what is the drive type here? If a logic value, let us write. If a logic value transfer from one end to another through a net, then that net is said to be that net is said drive type net. A drive type net associated with drive type strength. Okay, a drive type net associated with drive type strength. Okay, next similarly, let us consider a capacitor type. For example, if a net, for example, if you consider a net, it is not only a transformation the data from one end to another end, it is a capability of storing the information. It is a capability of storing the information. That type of net we can call it as capacitive net, capacitive type net. Okay, so that capacitive type net has a strength of capacitive type strength. Okay, so therefore, what I can say simply here is that, so this is meant for this one. So for the capacitive type, if any net has a storage capacity, then that net is said to be capacitive type. Clear? That's the capacitors. So depending upon what type of net it is, we have to assign the strength for that one. Okay. So therefore, what are the strengths that we need? What type of strength that is assigned for all these things. Let us now look at. Okay, for example, you consider this one. Okay, so let us consider this. Copy and then paste here. Okay, so here these are the different strengths that are available. Okay, for example, we have different type of strength here. Okay, example here. So therefore supply is actually a drive type. Please remember, these are all drive type. Okay, and that means whenever you are using the supply is strength to a particular net. Okay, that net should be a drive type net. Okay, so driving is nothing but transformation of the information. There is no possibility of storing that information at all. Okay, for that. So strong is also a drive type. Strong is also a drive type. Pull is also a drive type. Okay, but work is actually a drive type. Weak is actually drive type. Okay, but whereas large is capacitive. So medium is also capacitive. This is also capacitive. Whereas the high impedance state is actually, of course, we can say that high impedance itself. So out of all these things, how many drive type strengths are there? That's the question. So how many drive type? 4 drive type strengths. So among all these things, 3 are capacitive type. 3 are capacitive type. So one is high impedance state. High impedance. So high impedance is actually the resemblance of the open circuited, nothing more than that. Okay. So what is the strength of the high impedance? If I say that, what type of this thing means? This is a resemblance of open circuited nature. Okay. So these are the theory behind this one. Okay. Let us apply this strength information on a particular logic signal so that we can understand very clearly. Okay. Okay. So before going to that one, we have to note one point. Okay. So let us note something, or we should remember something. What we should remember. As all of you know that whenever you take any digital system, for example, you consider any digital system, okay, whatever the lines are there, those lines are default net data types. Default, those are all net data types. What do you mean by a net data type? Net data type is nothing but, okay, that line or that net will be used to transmission of the information. That's all. From one end to another end, the information will be transparent. That's all. That is the purpose only. So therefore, whether it is an internal line or external line or outside line, so all these things we are treated as a net data type. Okay. So available net data types. What are the different available net data types so far we have seen? Only while we have seen. Okay. So for example, something like this we are writing. For example, an AND gate. So this is a one digital system circuit I'm talking about. Okay. So here is the input is A, input is B, output is Y. Okay. So for example, if you want to write a program for this one, what should I do? Okay, something like this I need to write. For example, here is the input is A, another input is B. So output is Y. Okay, so something like this. But actually, you are giving some A and B and Y. These are the some variables. So it's not. It's actually the name of a particular line, right? The name of the particular line is actually A, or name of the net is A, or B, or Y. Okay, but that net will take some value. Okay, what type of value it will take, that is decided by what kind of net that is, what kind of line that is. That line is a wire, or that line is a register, that line is a time, or that line is an integer, whatever what it is. Okay, so normally we are treating that is a net, default that is a net. That line is called as a net. Okay, that net will take the value of wire type, or maybe wire data type, or net data type. So therefore, what we say that default value of these things is actually net data type, default value. So actually the right notation is something like this: input. So wire I need to write wire A I need to write actually. Where A I need to write. This is actually a real notation. Why? Because A is a line. A is a name of the line. That line will take the value of will take the registered net data type value. Net data type value. So that's the reason why one of the net data type is wire. So that's what wire I need to write. Similarly, another input is also a wide type. It is also wide data type or net data type. So B, sorry. Next, output is also a wide data type. Wide data type. So this is actually the right notation. If you want to write, this is what is the right notation. Okay, but we are excluding. So we are not including this information, right? Yeah, exactly. So we are not able to write this information. Why? Because so any line in a digital circuit we are treating as a net. That means it takes a net data type. The value must be a net data type. So therefore, I don't want to consider this a default values of each and every line is a net data type. One of the net data type is a wire. Okay. So therefore, it is also possible to write in this way. Right? So therefore the default value. Suppose output y is, I want to write it as a register data type or variable data type. Then I have to use the variable data type information. Nothing but one of the important variable type is register. Reg we have to write. So for this simply it is a combinational circuit. Wire is more than sufficient for this one. We don't want to store any kind of output value. Whereas it is a flip-flop, whereas it is some register element, the output need to be stored. So in that situation, the output must be in the variable data type. Okay, so one of the variable data type is register, reg we have to write, right? Similarly, so in the strengths also, for each and every line, we are treating that for each and every line, we are assigning some value. And that value has got somewhere a strength. Okay, therefore we have to mention the strength also. Okay, so actually what I have to do, I need to write the strength of the signal is something like this. For example, here I am writing in this way. So therefore ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ మనం ఏం రాసుకోవాలంటే default line data type ఏమవుతుంది? So it must be a wire. So sorry, net data type. Unless otherwise you specify. What is the one of the important net data type? Wire we have to use. Okay. Clear? Okay. So now let us consider the strength. So of course, every line has some value. Should have some kind of strength. Okay. So here also we need to write in this way. Input wire I need to write exact notation I am writing. Okay. Suppose some I have to write here itself. Strong 1, strong 0, wire some A. So this is what exactly notation that we have to follow. What do you mean by this one? A is a name of the line. Okay, it is a net data type. Okay, and its values will take a strength of strong 1 and strong 0. That means whenever we have a logic 0, that has a strength is strong strength. Logic 1 has a strong strength also. Okay, this one. So, but instead of writing this one, we can omit all these things and we will simply write, or sometimes another way also I can write it in this way. We will write another one also, then we can conclude. So for example, it is a pull 1. This is strong 0. Okay, so therefore while I am writing B. So what do you mean by this one now? What do you mean by this one? Yeah, logic 1 has a strength of pull and logic 0 has a strength of strong. Okay, for the B. Okay, so normally in generally the default strength must be default strength. If you're not writing anything, for example, and if you're not writing anything means this is the way that we are talking about. Okay, so this is the one we are talking about. Okay, so here we are not mentioning any type of strength. So for the default strength is strong. Okay, the default strength is strong. Please remember. Okay. Similarly, for example, if you're writing, this is actually a drive type. Okay, for example, if it is a capacitor type, what is the default value of the capacitor type? So that is also medium. We have to write medium. Under, this is actually we have to write under drive type. Drive type. Similarly, we have to write what is the default strength. Strength is default strength. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that is actually useful for the MOS switches modeling. Okay. So as far as basic gates are concerned, the gate levels, gates are concerned. If the digital system consists of only the gates, okay. So in that situation where it is it is the default value is strong. Whenever we go for switch level modeling, that means the circuit is in the form of a transistors. Okay, there we have to mention supplies. Therefore, the value will be, that means strength will be assigned to the supply as a highest priority. Okay, so here this value is, what is this one? Medium. Medium. So medium is the default under. Sorry, I need to write same color. Under capacitor type. Okay, so this is how we have to remember in your mind. Okay, so this is the theory behind the strengths related information. Let us now apply on a particular circuit diagram how these strengths are useful in order to resolve some kind of contention. Okay, contention resolution. Now signal contention. Okay, the signal contention is nothing but ambiguity between the logic values. Ambiguity between the logic values. Okay, it is the ambiguity. It is the ambiguity. Logic values. So what do you mean by this one? For example, you consider we have a one line is going here. So one node is here. It is considered as an output Y. Okay, it is considered as an output Y. For example, we have a logical one circuit here, logical two circuit is here. It may be AND gate, OR gate. It may be some complex circuit it is. So the output of this one is connected to this particular net. Okay, and the output of this one is also connected to this net. Is it clear? Okay, then which value it should consider? Whether this value has to consider, for example, A is output, this is output is B, for example. Okay, which one? A is selected to Y or B is selected to Y? So this is the real situation will happen in any digital circuits. Sometimes it is necessary to connect two or three outputs to a single node. Okay, that means this particular net is driven by two other logic values. Okay, so we'll take some real example. For example, we have here is one buffer is here actually. We take another buffer here also. So these things are connected here and take a common point here. Okay, something like this is a situation, for example. So we have A signal, we have a B signal, we have Y signal here. Okay. Now, so for example, I'm going to apply some kind of inputs. For example, here I'm applying 0, 0. Okay. So what is the default strength of A and default strength of B? Strong. Okay. That means logic 0 has a strength of strong. Logic 0 for the B also strong 0. Okay. That means that what we can observe that here is a strong ST1, ST0. For example, simply I am writing abbreviations in this way. Okay. For logic 0 and logic 1. Here also strong 1 and strong 0. Here also this nets also it is also will take a strong 1, strong 0 strength. But we don't want to show all the time, but for the sake of simplicity, understanding I am showing. Okay, so the 0, 0 means what it will be, what is the strength of this one? It becomes the strong 0 and this is also strong 0. That means we have a strong 0 is available, strong 0 is available. Okay, if the both weights are equal, the values of the both are equal strengths, then we don't have any problem. The output will be assigned either A or B. So it doesn't matter, but 0 will come anyway. Right. So whereas, for example, you consider this is 0 and this is 1. What is happening here? So actually this value becomes 0. This value becomes 1. Now here you see, both are having the same strength. For logic 0 having a strong strength, for logic 1 is also having the same strength. Same strength, but opposite values. Observe, same values, different value, but same strength. Then there will be a ambiguity. Which one it has to take? This is called signal contention. Okay, so therefore we don't know A has to take or B has to take. Okay, so unknown. So this value becomes unknown. We don't know. Okay. Now again we considered another one. It is logic 1, it is logic 0, for example. Here also what we can say that logic 1, logic 0. What is happening here? Again is unknown because the same different values but same strength. But we don't know. So it is also unknown. So this is also an unknown. So the last one is it can take either A or it can take either A or B, right? Yeah, A or B. So this will be 1. So therefore, in these cases that we can see, here you can see very carefully. Okay, if you see here, these two cases, signal contention, signal ambiguity or contention existed. Okay, so therefore, why these kind of things are necessary to this one? Okay, so you can use some other hardware at the output also, but we don't want to use that one. But we want to take the common point output. Okay, in that situation, we find a signal contention. How do we resolve this problem? Okay, so just by applying the signal strength to that one. Okay, so the default is something like this. So I don't want to use the default strength. I'm going to consider I'm going to consider another way. Okay, so something like this. So first AND gate I'm going to write. So it is an AND gate. So not it's an AND gate. It's a buffer, right? It's a buffer. So let us consider, I'm omitting that name of the gate. So here is, I'm going to write the strength, right? So I'm going to write strength, I'm going to write strong 1, pull 0 for Y comma A. So what it says that, yeah, for what it says that, yeah, for the output Y or for the output Y, whenever it is considering the logic 1, it takes the strong strength. Whenever it considering the 0, it takes the pull strength. Okay, So similarly, we are going to consider another buffer. Here is also I'm going to consider, for example, strong one, and of course this is also pull 0, for example. Okay, so now it will be y comma b, for example. Okay, so see what I'm doing here is the strengths are defined. Okay, the logic values are opposite, but strengths are also opposite here. Okay, so let us take a yeah. I will come to your doubt after after completion of this one. Okay, now what is happening here? We'll apply the same kind of logic here. Now tell me, what is the output? Are we resolve this problem of contention or not? Let us look at. Okay. Yeah. Huh? So let us now look at. So something like this. So apply the 0, 0 here again, 0, 0. So what is the 0, 0 stands for? It's a pull only. Pull only, we don't have any problem. 0 will be the output. For example, it is 1 and, sorry, 0 and 1. So what is happening here? So the first one is A signal. Signal A has the strength of pull. Pull we are talking about. So what about this one? Strong one it is considering. So which one it will take? Here the output is actually A or B. Okay. So for the sake of understanding, I'm right. So now we are going to have logic. Which value? It produces the logic 1. So it produces logic 1. It produces logic 1. It is because of strong. So actually it is taken from B. It is taken from B. Right. So why? Because the strength of the logic 1 is higher than that of the strength of the logic 0. It's not because of the 0. It's not because of this, because of the strength. Okay. Now, what is the next one? So consider 1, 0, for example. What it will take? Yeah, strong one means, so it will take one only will be the output, but it is taken from A. So what is the next one? 1, 1. So it is 1 means can be anything. So 1 means can be anything, A or B. Okay. So therefore, in the initial lead, two things are unknown. The signal contention is existed, but here we have resolved the problem of signal contention. So that's how we can reduce the problem of signal contention by assigning the signal strengths or strength levels to a logic values. Right? Yeah. So that is how we can clearly mention about the signal strengths. This information is more than sufficient, but just you have to remember that the default strength of logic 0 and logic 1 or X or Z is nothing but a strong strength when it is a drive type. Okay. Otherwise, it will be a capacitive type. Fine. Yeah, some doubt is there. I'll clarify that. What is the doubt?
Sir.
I think signal contention problem is now it is cleared. I think in this with this example. Okay. Okay. Let us take another thing. So in order to resolve the signal contention problem, we are using the strength is a one choice. Okay. So we have another alternatives are also there. We look at the other alternatives to eliminate or to reduce the signal contention. We cannot eliminate, sometimes we need to reduce. Okay. So alternative ways to signal contention. Alternative ways for signal contention. Okay, so we have another methods are there by using the try type. Okay, we can use this try method. Okay, maybe try reg is the one. Okay, try 0, try 1. Okay, and then try or, try and, try or. Okay, wide and wide or. So these are the keywords, or these are the functionalities that we can use to reduce the signal contention. Okay. Okay, let us see one by one. Let us consider first try. So try is actually a, one type of, it is also a data type. Okay, it is under the net data type. It is under the net data type. So far we have seen net data type. Net data types are net data types. So far what we have seen, the one is wide that we have seen, right? Wire we have seen. Now another one is try also. Okay, so the functionality of the wire, what is the functionality of the wire actually, by the way? So the transmission of the information through it. Okay, so by using this wire, we are able to drive only one line. We are able to drive only one line. For example, if you want to drive more than, if a line is driven by more lines, for example, okay, so then we have to define the data type by try. Okay, so the functionality is the same. Only the try is also used to transfer the information from one end to another end. There is no problem at all. But thing is that by using the try, the line can be take n number of signals. What does it mean? So for example, something like this. For example, this is the output line, for example. Okay, so if this line is driven by only one line, if it is driven by only one line, then this particular line RNet is defined by wide data type. Okay, wide data type. Okay, so this red line is coming from anywhere, doesn't matter. Okay, but it is connected to the output line, only one line. For example, if this line, for example, if this is a line is connected by n number of lines, for example, something like this, maybe something like this. Okay, so that means this particular net is, it must be in try type. It must be in try type only. Okay, so therefore a line can be, if a line is said to be a net data type, then we should say that whether it is a try type or whether it is a wide type. Okay, both functionalities are the same, but thing is that where you are using. Okay, if you are using a line is driven by a number of lines, then try is the thing that we have to use. Otherwise, wire we have to use. Okay, so now let us consider with an example so that what is how this try will be useful when compared to the wire when such kind of things are there. Okay, so let us take one example. So I'll complete it quickly. For example, I consider a 2x1 multiplexer. Okay, by using buffers. Okay, so for example, I consider this is a one buffer. Everybody knows that this one. Okay, so I have a signal A, I have a signal B. This is the selection line. This is what we can say that this is also a selection line. Okay, so something like this we are writing, and this is taking a common point. Generally, what is the 2x1 multiplexer? Everybody, we already know that. We take a one AND gate, we take another AND gate, connect it to an OR gate, and produce an output signal Y. Okay, so this is called A, this is called S, and this is called S. Again, this is called B. So this is the logic circuitry that is used for 2x1 multiplexer. But that hardware cost is very, very high when compared to the tri-state buffers using this one. Okay, so therefore we prefer this kind of methodology. So this methodology is we prefer. So in that situation, we find that this is the we have to connect the things will be in this way. Okay, what happened here? For example, S is equal to 0. What will happen here? If it is a wide type, for example, output Y is there. So if I'm writing wide type, so wide, for example, Y. If I'm writing like this, so what is the output that I'll get? For example, A is equal to 0, 0, A 0, B 0. What is happening here? If S is equal to 0, so it is also high impedance state. It is also high, sorry. If it is 0 means, I'm extremely sorry. So what is the value of this one? What is the value? A will be assigned 0. అంతే కదా, ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ S అనేది 0, sorry. Here is if S is equal to 0 means this buffer is active. Okay, so this active means this A signal will be allowed to go here. Okay, that value is equal to 0. What about here? B, S is equal to 0 means this is tri-stated. So this is a tri-stated means Z. Which one it will take? We don't know. So we don't know. So when we are applying the 0, 0, output is unknown. We don't know actually. Okay, how it will be 1, 0 and Z is there. So we cannot define properly. So similarly, 0, 1 we are applying, for example, 0, 1 if you apply. Okay, the same case, 0 only we are applying. So what is happening here? Again, 0, 0 is means here also 0, here is Z again. Okay, therefore for 0, 0 also again, of course, unknown only. Okay, sorry, 0, 1, 0, 1, it is also unknown. Okay, next, for example, if it is 1, 0, if it is 1, 0, 1, 0, here also it is unknown, we don't know. What about 1, 1, 1, 1? So as long as S is equal, so 1, 1 means what is happening here? It is 1, it is 0, sorry, it is also 1. So what is the value of this one? It is also unknown. Why? Because this is all belongs to S is equal to 0. Okay, but don't forget about this one. If you write S is equal to 1 also, the same kind of things is happening. Okay, because one is following the A, other is following the Z. So therefore what I can say simply here is that here is actually A is following, here is Z is following. Okay, we don't know what it is to be decided. Okay, so because Y is decided. Okay, for example, if you write instead of the Y, try if you write, try Y if you write. Okay, so therefore what is happening here for S is equal to 0 case and S is equal to 1 case? Okay, S is equal to 0 case, for example, A and B. If A and B, A and B, if you consider 0, 0, if you apply, what is happening here? So A will be selected. Because of this tri, because this is a tri, the high impedance state is not at all taken into consideration. Because of its tri, high impedance state or the tri-stated gated output is not taken into consideration. Therefore, what is happening here? It becomes an open circuit now. It's simply an open circuit. Therefore, what is happening here? Only the A will be considered as an output. Therefore, for any case, for example, if it is 0, 0 or 0, 1 or 1, 0 or 1, 1, whatever may be the case, what is the value of this one? It becomes A only the output. Okay. So similarly, for if you consider for A and B here for 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, what is happening for this one? For all 1, 1, for all these things, B will be the output. Okay, so what is happening here? Because of the tri-state, it can avoid the tri-stated output. It can avoid the tri-state output. That means it is possible to connect n number of lines to a single point. It is allowed only if you are using the tri-type data type for that one. Otherwise, it's not possible. Otherwise, you will get unknown values for everything. Okay, so that's what you have to remember very carefully. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Okay, so remaining things we will see in the next class. We have a try 0 and try. Okay, for the sake of definition, I'm trying. What is right? So try 0, try 0, try 1. So try 0, try 1 stands for. Okay, this point we'll discuss later on. Why we hurriedly going in that way? Huh? We discuss these things in the next class. Thank you.